All right, you guys, I am sitting outside of the grocery store about to go in with my grocery list, and I wanted to kind of break down. I really want to talk to you guys about confidence this week. That's kind of a theme through this 5-day group, and one of the things that gives me confidence is having that meal plan, which I have already given you, right? And I'm giving you a grocery list that goes with it. So when you go into a grocery store, one, if at all possible, don't take your kids, okay? When you take your kids, you always end up with far more in your cart than you need, and you're probably gonna end up with a lot of junk that's gonna go in your pantry that they're gonna forget about, but you are not, and you will end up snacking on it, all right? Because I know everybody's goal here is to either lose weight or to be healthier and to get better results in your fitness, and you just have to get the junk out of the pantry, right? And so tip number 2, make sure you don't go without a list. Like if you get to the store and you don't have your list, go back home and get it, or type it up in your phone, or whatever it is, because I want to encourage you not to just meal plan, meal prep this week, but I want to help encourage you to do it, continue to do it in the future. So yes, I gave you a meal plan this week, but I want you to start to make your own and to start to make your own grocery lists, okay? And so going into the store with a list in hand is going to help you avoid a lot of the pitfalls that usually come with going into the grocery store, like going down the middle aisles. There's not really a whole lot that you need if you're trying to implement clean eating that are on the middle aisles. I do still buy chips for my kids sometimes. We don't keep a lot in the pantry though. Like I really try to feed them the way that I feed myself. But you know, the middle aisles can be for like a bag of chips for your kids. If you are buying chips, buy ones that you don't like so that you won't eat them. Bread for the kids for burgers or for sandwiches or whatever that might be. I do buy some baking goods in the middle aisles, but apart from that, I stick to the outside perimeter of the store because that's where the fresh food is, that's where the meat is, that's where the dairy and the cheese, and then I go to the frozen section, all right? So I kind of have this little routine as I go through the grocery store. You can do like a click list or, you know, a Kroger pickup or whatever it's called. I've never done that. I really need to, but I am so like obnoxiously paranoid they're going to give me bad produce that I always just go in myself. And I like the grocery store. So I'm about to go in with list in hand. I'm going to show you a little bit of my shopping trip, and then I will come back and show you about what I do when I get home from the grocery store, because that's just as important as being prepared before I go in. All right? All right. So now I have all the groceries, right? I went to the grocery store, stuck to my plan, didn't buy anything that wasn't on my list, and I brought it all home. The boys helped me unload it. They were excited about that. But now I'm going to show you what happens next. So I do this in stages. I usually meal prep like on a Thursday, shop on a Friday or a Saturday, and when I bring home the groceries, there are some things I do that is really like a game changer. So tell me honestly, how many times have you made the plan or printed off a plan, went to the grocery store, bought all the goods, and just came home and threw them in the fridge and they basically rotted, right? So what I do next is really, really important. I am going to use these little snack bags. See these little snack bags? And I'm going to portion out as many of the snacks that I know we'll eat, that I'll eat, that Matt will eat, the boys will eat, and prep those now instead of waiting until meal prep on Sunday or Monday or whenever I do it, because this saves me so much time and I don't have to stand in the kitchen for 2 hours because I skipped this step, right? So this is what I'm gonna do next. I'm gonna wash my veggies before I put them away. What I can chop, I'm gonna chop. I am going to stick my meats that I'm not gonna use right away in the week in the freezer so that they don't go bad. And I am just going to make sure that I've prepped as much as I can right when I get home from the grocery store as possible. And I'll show you the final result, okay? My finished product, I'm gonna walk you through it. So cantaloupe and watermelon, I hate to cut them, and so when it's time to eat them, I am so much more likely just to let it sit in the fridge than to chop it. But now it's done. The boys love cantaloupe, good fruit for breakfast. Broccoli, we are having crispy broccoli for lunch or dinner tomorrow, so that's already chopped up. I don't have to stand in the kitchen and make a mess with that. Cabbage, all 3 of my boys love steamed cabbage, so I just chopped an entire head of cabbage, so that's easy, ready to go when I'm ready to cook it. These are my snack bags of celery. I've got snack bags of carrots. I've got snack bags of carrots and snap peas because Milo loves the peas. Henry does not, so he has his bags of carrots. I have bags of grapes and nuts. So these are for Matt as he heads off to work. These are also for us as we go to the pool. So they're really easy to grab and just throw in a cooler. Almond butter. I love almond butter. It's one of my snacks, and it's something I keep in my purse on the go so that if I do get hungry, I'm not stopping at a drive-thru or I'm not grabbing like some kind of snack bar that's really unhealthy. And these are my 2 favorites. This is RX Bar, and it's vanilla almond butter. This stuff literally tastes like cake batter. And this is just plain classic almond butter. Both really good choices. Then obviously I always boil eggs. We always have boiled eggs for a protein snack. So for my leftover celery that I didn't bag up, I have these little Tupperware food savers, and they work really well. They keep food really fresh for a long time. So that's a cost saver as well. And then another snack that I always have is my Beach Bars, and this is chocolate cherry almond. As far as bars go, these are really one of the best snacks that I can recommend because you can read all the ingredients and it's not filled with sugar. All right, so that is it. Another thing, I have my avocados over here. If you buy them a little overripe, if you keep some brown paper bags and you're ready to eat one, just put it in a brown paper bag that morning and it will actually ripen it while it's in there. Then I have some sweet potatoes that I can roast. I'll actually chop those as well and bag those because I can keep those in the freezer. So whenever I'm ready to cook them, they're ready and chopped. These are a lifesaver. These little bags of frozen rice cauliflower. And so that is how I have just set myself up for success for the week before I even put anything away. Does that help? All right, so now it's your turn. You have a meal plan, you have a grocery list. Now your assignment, your project is to go to the store, buy your groceries, and do your prep work, your first set of prep work before we move into actually prepping our food. Honestly, I don't have a lot left. I don't have a lot left to prep for the week because that's the majority of what I need. And the rest, like my dinners, I will cook for the most part fresh every night, and then we'll have leftovers for the next day. So I really don't have a lot of work left to do. And that took me about 20 minutes, all right? So it's your turn. Tell me when you're done, all right?